We begin with the ongoing Middle East conflict involving the U.S. Reports continue to emerge suggesting that Washington and Tehran may be close to reaching a deal in the near future. Meanwhile, U.S. President Donald Trump said there was no need to rush negotiations, adding that talks were still ongoing. Our Park Kun-woo reports.
The U.S. and Iran have reportedly reached a broad agreement aimed at easing tensions in the Middle East, although final approval from leaders on both sides is still pending and could take several more days. The New York Times, citing a U.S. official, said on Sunday that the deal was expected to include reopening the Strait of Hormuz and Iran giving up its highly enriched uranium, with details still under negotiation. Iran's leadership and state media have yet to comment on any potential agreement publicly. Axios also reported that Iran's nuclear program will be discussed during an additional 60-day truce period, expected to be included in a memorandum of understanding between the two sides, as Washington maintains a firm stance on Tehran's nuclear activities. U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio echoed that position on Sunday.
Some progress has been made, significant progress, although not final progress has been made. The ultimate goal is that Iran can never have a nuclear weapon.
U.S. President Donald Trump said on Truth Social the same day that any agreement with Iran would be a good one, unlike the Obama-era deal, which he claimed gave Tehran large amounts of cash and paved the way for a nuclear weapon. Trump's remarks came amid criticism, including from some Republicans. Trump also said negotiations were still underway and that he had instructed negotiators not to rush into a deal. He added that a U.S. blockade would remain in place until any agreement is finalized and signed. Meanwhile, White House economic advisor Kevin Hassett said disruptions to global crude supplies would likely ease quickly once the Strait of Hormuz reopens, adding that needed volumes could be restored within 1 to 2 months after the conflict ends. Concerns, however, remain among U.S. allies in the region, particularly Israel. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said Sunday that any final agreement with Iran must eliminate the nuclear danger, including dismantling Iran's uranium enrichment facilities and removing enriched nuclear material from the country. With uncertainty still surrounding the conflict in the Middle East, attention is now on whether Washington and Tehran can turn the current framework into a lasting agreement in the coming days. Park Kun-woo, ArirangNews.